going to learn about fractions, and in the topic I am going to cover what is a fraction and types of fractions, comparison of fractions, and finding LCM and HCF of fractions. Now first let us understand what is a fraction. A fraction is nothing but a part of whole. Now let us understand with the example. Now if you take a picture, now I am taking this circle. Now this picture is considering as whole, okay, and part of this picture is known as a fraction. Suppose if I divide this picture into two parts, now this part and this part, two parts it's become, and this part is known as a fraction. How you will show mathematically this part, how you will indicate? One, this is whole one picture divided into two parts. So this part you will be showing as 1 by 2. Similarly this part also how you will show 1 by 2. Okay. Now suppose if you divide this into 4. Now how you will be showing this whole one picture is divided into 4 parts, that is 1 by 4. Now in this 1 by 4, this is indicating whole and this is indicating divided parts. Okay, now this is known as numerator and this is known as denominator. Okay, now let's define a definition of fraction. A fraction is known as a rational number. See, rational number means it will be in the form of p by q. Now here also it is in the form of p by q. And here p and q means the denominator and numerators. And the p and q are integers. And here is one condition that q is not equal to 0. Q in the sense it will indicate denominator. The denominator should never become 0. If it becomes 0, what will be the answer? It will be undefined. In this case it will be undefined. So only this condition is there. So what is the definition of a fraction? A fraction is a rational number which is written in the form of p by q, and here p and q are the integers and q is not equal to 0. Okay, so that is known as a fraction. And here this part is indicating numerator and this part is indicating denominator. Okay, so this is about fraction. Now let us take one example to understand more clearly what is a fraction. Now normally when you go to any restaurant or any shops with the friends, you will be asking to the shopkeeper that I need 1 by 2 of juice. What it means? Means 1 by 2 means 1 glass of juice should divide into 2. So how you will write this as mathematically? 1 by 2. Okay, so 1 glass of juice is dividing into 2 glasses. Okay, suppose if it is still here, then you will be filling half and you will be serving. So this is only mathematically representing as 1 by 2. So this 1 is indicating here this whole glass. Okay, and this 2 is indicating you are dividing into how many parts? You are dividing into here 2. So it is 2. If you are dividing into 3, then it will become 1 by 3. If you are dividing into 4, then it will become 1 by 4. Okay, and suppose if it is 2 by 4, then what does it mean? 2 means you can take 2 glasses of juice and you can divide them into 4 parts. Okay, you can give into 4 equal parts. So 2 glasses you are dividing into 4 equal parts. That indicates 2 by 4. If it is 2 by 5, then 2 whole. So 2 glasses of juice you are dividing into 5 equal parts. Okay. So thus denominator all the time indicates you are dividing into how many parts, and this numerator indicating the whole. Okay. So how many you are going to take and you are going to divide into how many you are indicating in the denominator. Let us see types of fractions. There are 6 types of fractions: proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction, complex fraction, decimal fraction, continued fraction. Now let us understand proper fraction. First let us take one of the example: 5 by 7, 6 by 7, 9 by 11. Now if you observe here clearly, you will be finding that the numerator is smaller than the denominator. In every case, numerator is smaller and denominator is greater. See here, 9 is greater than 11. So here numerator is smaller and here 11 is greater. So if a fraction in which numerator is lesser than the denominator, then it is called as proper fraction. Okay, so what is the definition? A fraction which is having numerator should be less and the denominator will be greater, then that is known as proper fraction. Now improper will be reverse, the reverse of proper fraction. So what will be the reverse? So you can write, and you can write few more even. So if you observe here, numerator is greater than the denominator. Okay, so in the proper, numerator will be smaller and denominator is greater. But here reverse of proper, that is numerator will be greater and denominator will be smaller. So we can define the definition as a fraction in which numerator is greater than the denominator is called improper fraction. Okay. Now let us see mixed fraction. So mixed fraction, we'll write one example. So if you observe here in these fractions, you are having a fraction part and a whole part. Okay, so this is whole part and this is a fraction part. So mixed fraction is a composite of a fraction and a whole. Okay, if a fraction consists of whole and a fraction, then it is known as a mixed fraction. Now let us see what is complex fraction. So if, now I will write first one example. Now if you observe here, in the numerator also consists a fraction, and in the denominator also it is having a fraction. If you observe here also, now suppose if you see 1 by 3 by 5. So here in the numerator there is no fraction, but in the denominator it is having a fraction. So either in the denominator or numerator or both, if a fraction is there, then that is known as a complex fraction. Now let us see decimal fraction. So a fraction whose denominator is 10. I'll write one example. 1 by 10 or 5 by 100 or 6 by 1000. If it is having in the denominator 10 or its powers, then it is known as decimal fraction. Now let us see continued fraction. So a fraction which contains addition or subtraction of the fractions in the denominator or numerator, then it is known as a continued fraction. Now let us understand with one example. Suppose 2 minus 4 by 2 by 2 plus 3 by 4. Anything you can take. Now here this fraction, so now here it is consist of addition or subtractions or any series of fractions in their numerators or denominators, then it is called a continued fraction. So these are all types of fractions. Now the next topic is comparison of fractions. So let's see the first example. 4 by 7, 2 by 7, 8 by 7 and 9 by 7. Now if you observe here, clearly you will understand that the denominators are same or equal. So in this case it is very easy for us to know which is greater. The numerator which has the greater numerator is only greater fraction. So which is the greater fraction here? 9 by 7 is greater than, which is next one? 8 by 7 is greater than, next is 4 by 7 is greater than, the next is 2 by 7. Okay. So in this way we can compare. So if you wanted to write less, then you can reverse it. 2 by 7 is less than 4 by 7, is less than 8 by 7, is less than 9 by 7. Now let us see the next one. 7 by 4, 7 by 2, 7 by 8 and 7 by 9. So here if you observe these two examples, here all the denominators are same, here all the numerators are same. When denominators are same, the biggest numerator will be the greater always. Then when you are coming to numerator, if the numerator having all the numerators are same, then the smaller denominator will be greater. Okay, so what is smaller here? 2. So 7 by 2 is greater than 7 by 4 is greater than 7 by 8 is greater than 7 by 9. So here it will be reverse. So you have to remember that if the denominators are equal, then the bigger one will be the biggest one. If the numerators are same, then the smaller denominator will be the biggest one here. So 7 by 2 is greater than 7 by 4 is greater than 7 by 8 and greater than 7 by 9. Okay. Now let us see the next one. 5 by 2, 7 by 4, 11 by 8 and 8 by 5. If you observe here, all the numerators are greater than the denominators. If you see here, 5 is greater than 2, 7 is greater than 4, 11 is greater than 8 and 8 is greater than 5. And if you observe their difference, here 5 minus 2 is 3, 7 minus 4, 3, 11 minus 8, 3, 8 minus 5, 3. So if the numerators are bigger than the denominators and their differences are equal, then we can directly write that the numerator which is having smaller will be the greater. So here which is having smaller in all 5. So 5 is greater. So 5 by 2 is greater than. So next one is smaller one is 7. So 7 by 4 is greater than 8 by 5 is greater than 11 by 8. So in this way we can find. Let us see the next one. 7 by 9, 5 by 6, which is bigger. When the problem given like this, you just cross multiply. 7 multiplied by 6, 42. 9 multiplied by 5, 45. So which is bigger one? That is the biggest fraction. So similarly here also, 7 5s are 35, 9 4s are 36. So which is having bigger numerator, that is the biggest fraction. So here is having biggest numerator. So here this 4 by 7 will be the bigger fraction. This way we can find which is bigger between two fractions. Now let us see how to find among three fractions which is bigger. 2 by 3, 1 by 6 and 3 by 2. Which is bigger. So when the problem given like this and asking you to find the biggest one, so how to find? The easiest method is making the denominators equal. How to make the denominators equal? Now if you observe here, this is the biggest one, 6. If you multiply here this 3 with the 2, then this also becomes 6. And if you multiply this by 3, then this also becomes 6. When you are multiplying here, you should also multiply with the same number to the numerator also to make it proper. Okay. Now 2 2s are 4 by 6, 1 by 6, 9 by 6. Now it is very easy for us to find which is bigger. Okay. So 9 by 6 is the bigger. So how to write this, how to compare them? 9 by 6 is greater than 4 by 6 is greater than 1 by 6. Now let us see the next concept, HCF of fractions. So when they give few fractions and asking you to find their HCF, we have a formula. HCF is equal to HCF of numerators by LCM of denominator. Okay, so how to find this? Let us see. Now for 1 and 3, what is the HCF? Nothing but 1 by LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. So the HCF of 1 by 2 and 3 by 4 is 1 by 4. Now let us see the next one. Find HCF of 2 by 5 and 4 by 6. So here also we need to apply the same formula. So let us find HCF of numerators. What are the numerators here? 2 and 4. So how can we, what are the factors for the 2? 1 comma 2. And for this 1 comma 2 comma 4. So what are the highest common factor here? 2. So the HCF of numerator is equal to 2. Let us see the LCM of denominators. 5 comma 6 for LCM. So 5 ones are 5 6 are here, 6 ones are 6 ones. Now here 5 into 6 is equal to 30. So LCM of denominators is equal to 30. From this we can get HCF of fractions, HCF of numerators by LCM of denominators can cancel. So 1 by 15 is HCF of these fractions. So in this way we can find HCF of fractions. Now let us see how to find LCM of fractions. Now find LCM of 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. So we have a formula here. LCM of fractions is equal to LCM of numerators by HCF of denominators. Okay. Now what is the LCM of 1 and 3 is nothing but 3 by the HCF, the highest common factor of 2 and 4 is 2. So 3 by 2 is the LCM of this fraction. Find the LCM of 2, 4. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 2 twos are 4. 4 is the LCM of numerators, that is equal to 4. Now let us see HCF of denominators. Okay, so 3, what are the factors for 3? 1, 3, 6, 1, 3, 6. So here 3 will be the highest common factor. So HCF of denominators is equal to 3. So what will be the answer? LCM of numerators 4 by HCF of denominators 3. So LCM of these two fractions is 4 by 3. So in this way we can find LCM or HCF of any of the fractions. Not only two fractions, if you have more also you should apply the same. Suppose if you have one more, here some 3 by 9. So you have to find LCM of 2, 4, 3 and the HCF of 3, 6, 9, and then you should apply and write. So in this way we can find any of the fractions for that LCM. I hope this video is useful. If you are feeling this video is informative, please like, share and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.